everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a month since we did a last update about Waterpark Simulator, so let's get to the things that devs released recently so you know what's coming in 1.0. In case you've not seen the last video on the topic, here it is. But if you have seen it and if you're all up to date, let's jump into today's video. Now, week by week, there's more and more coming out on 1.0. A lot of it I already covered in the previous video that I made on the topic. But now, all of the information that we got today are out on the Steam, but I get it. You guys don't want to read it, so I'm here for you. So starting with one of the first things that has been announced, it's the plunger gun. And what is the plunger gun actually going to do? So the plunger gun would actually have a few features. It's not only going to allow you to ying the customers closer to you, but it will also allow you to just swing it around like Spider-Man, apparently. And before you ask, will the customers like it? I don't think so. Another thing that's coming in 1.0 and probably is much anticipated is the security guards. And for that one, I am actually very excited because it looks like those security guards got some muscles on them. They can yeet those customers out of the park in no time. Security guards, pretty self-explanatory. I mean, they'll be there to guard your park, and if they see any of the devil faces customers, they'll be able to kick them out, and you don't have to walk around with that boxing glove no more. I mean, you still can. You don't have to hire security, but it is a nice change for once. Next thing coming in 1.0, and that might be what some of you guys are gonna be really excited about, is full-on character customization. Because now we can just really randomize our character, but we cannot really like customize it however we want it, you know? So there's actually a little bit of a sneak peek to a lot of those updates on the Steam. When it comes to the character customization, there's gonna be a bunch of features that you will be able to change in your character. So that's pretty exciting. That customization really looks like straight out of an RPG game like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, or any of those big titles that you can think of. You'll be able to change the waist, the hip ratio, your clothing. It doesn't really say all of the features out there in the sneak peek, but you can definitely see that you'll be able to swap gender of your character. You'll be able to, you know, pick the butt size, the breast size. It really kind of is giving me Saints Row vibes. Well, not to that extreme, of course. You'll be even able to switch your character's skin color to pink and blue and green and others, so you can, I guess, make an alien. Another one that's coming in 1.0 and is actually confirmed by now, which I also suggested back in the day on Discord, is mascots. And I'm super excited about that because the mascots are coming. What does it actually mean? So now, I was thinking that the mascot could, you know, keep the customers happy, like make them wait longer in line, keep them entertained, but also give out flyers. Now, unfortunately, the give out flyers part is not happening. However, the mascots are there to keep your guests happy, you know, reduce the boredom, and just overall keep the vibes up. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, because there's also somebody else coming to the Waterpark Simulator that is very much devilish and might cause you a lot of trouble. Mafia is coming to Waterpark Simulator. So if any of you have seen me play the Beach Club Simulator back in the day, maybe you've noticed that there is also Mafia over there, and if you don't pay them the price of protection, it's not ending well. Let me just put it that way. So all we know about Mafia so far is that the Mafia will be waiting around the entrance area and will be able to give you like a shady loan kind of thing. It will be up to you whether you want to take it or not, but if you do take it, it starts this new little side quest kind of thing, which we don't know anything about just yet because the devs are keeping it a secret. But mind you, you can be sure whenever I know something about it, I'll make a video about it. I wonder though if they're gonna be able to cause some trouble if we, you know, like refuse them too many times, for example. I'm curious to see how that goes. Now moving on to another thing that's coming to Waterpark Simulator 1.0 is zip lines and relaxation. What does that mean? Now, we've been asking for days, or if not months, for customers to be able to actually use the benches that we put around the park, because they are there for a reason. I mean, yes, they're decorative, obviously, but like, wouldn't it be so much more fun if the guests actually use those benches? Well, don't you worry anymore, because this is coming in 1.0. Now, zip line. Sounds pretty self-explanatory, really, but what does it actually gonna look like in Waterpark Simulator? The zip line will not only be for us as the owner, but it's also gonna be for the customers. So it's gonna be basically like a fast route throughout the park. If you customers want to just travel fast, or you want to travel fast, you don't want to run around, go on a zip line and you slide through the park. Ain't that exciting? More excitingly, you'll be able to create a massive zip line connecting few of the zip lines together, so you have like a one big zip line going through the park. Now on to the weather event. What does it mean? A lot of things, really. So first things first, it's no longer gonna be only sunny and rainbows in your park anymore. So now the weather events are actually gonna be affecting you and your park and your guests, because each of the weather events are gonna come with their own buffs and debuffs. So you can expect days with like rain, cloudy, maybe a little bit of a too hot of a day, and it kind of looks like we're gonna even experience a tornado or two. Now, if you actually read the post about weather event in Waterpark Simulators on Steam, you'll be able to notice, what is that, a UFO? You might be right, because it says under the weather events that, and I quote, let me read that for you. Of course, it would be not Waterpark Simulator without some unusual events thrown into the mix as well. You will have to deal with everything from normal tourist buses arriving unexpectedly to visits that are truly out of this world. Some of these events are completely quack-static, bringing a very specific vibe that will let you experience for yourself, while others events are bound to blow you and others away. Sounds pretty exciting if you ask me. I mean, it sounds like with 1.0 we're getting a lot of new things, and I cannot wait to try it out. You guys can be sure I'll be covering every single thing just the second I get my hands on 1.0. Another thing that's coming in 1.0, last but certainly not least, because I bet we're gonna get more updates even before the Waterpark Simulator 1.0 comes out, but certainly the thing that I'm anticipating the most is the custom slides. This feature is gonna be very exciting because from what I'm reading on Steam, it says that we're gonna be able to, like I already kind of said, mentioned in that video, we'll be able to pick the height, the curve, the length of the slide, the specific type of it, and how the ride ends. So it's kind of like Lego, but Waterpark Simulator kind of stuff. And yes, that also means that the guests will be able to get stuck in the slide if you do not build it well. So in the video that I recorded about the meeting with the devs, I did mention that the Waterpark Simulator 1.0 will be coming out in early summer, which was the plan at the time. However, now we are hearing that it's been moved to later in the summer. Guys, exciting news. I know I look different from the previous parts of the video. That's because I'm recording this in the future, because the news just came out. Waterpark Simulator is coming to us July 31st. Save that date. This is gonna be some exciting stuff, and that day we're gonna see everything and more from everything that they already talked about. Obviously, guys, in this video I've not covered every single thing that's gonna be in 1.0. If y'all missed my previous video on the topic, that's where I also mentioned some of the other things that we were talking about. Some of them I confirmed in this one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys are the most excited about in Waterpark 1.0. I know custom slides and the weather events are definitely in my top 3. I love you, and I see you in the next video or stream. Goodbye.